Hi everybody, welcome to week 2 of my video blog. So, 1 week since I've done my first video blog. I can hardly believe that a week has gone by this fast. Anyway, this week has been pretty eventful for our page. We've gone up to over 130 likes, so that's really awesome. Thank you to everybody who have come by and liked my page. I have found so much inspiration from people like you who have given me comments and some compliments and thanked me for bringing this story out to light. A lot of people don't want to talk about their personal struggle, especially with weight. So I guess I just wanted to share it with people so that people knew that they weren't alone. Anyhow, I found so much inspiration this week. I've joined the 90-day, 9,000 push-up and crunch challenge, so I spent most of the first part of the week in complete and utter agony from my shoulders to my knees. But now they're starting to get a little less painful, so that's awesome. Anyway, I just feel really positive and upbeat and so inspired by everybody who's been liking my page and the stories that people have been sharing and the pages that I've now become fans of. There's just so much inspiration out there. And people say to me, oh, how do you get the strength and where do you find the courage? And I say, you know what? I borrow that from the people that I know on Facebook who also share their struggles and their stories. So, remember that old Curves commercial that when Curves first came out that was around, they said something like, motivation can be borrowed from your friends. Well, that's actually true. When I see somebody post something inspiring on their page, it makes me want to get up and go for a run. Or it makes me think twice about eating that full chocolate chip cookie at the Tim Hortons drive-thru. So anyway, I have had a couple of cheat things this week. I'm not going to lie. I did have a half of a cookie. I had a couple of Timbits. I had some potato chips today that my son had, a little handful, and my daughter gave me a couple of sour keys. So, you can still be successful, but have those treats. It's just you can't have a treat every second of every day, and you can't have a bucket load of treat. Anyway, so I promised this week my video would be about step 1. What was my step 1 when I started this journey? I joined this group on shrinking called Shrinking Friends on Facebook, and it gave me a place where I had to be accountable. So step number 1 for me was being accountable of my own actions, what I was putting in my body, and what kind of exercise I was doing. So if you're not in a support group of some sort like Weight Watchers or Tops, find a place on Facebook to join. I have access to the Shrinking Friends page that you could certainly become members of if you want. And basically what that does is it allows you to weekly tell a group of people how you have been doing. So just telling somebody that you had to gain this week will make you think twice about your actions during the week. It just gives you an extra little bit of accountability. So that was step 1 for me. Being accountable. And not just to the group, but to myself. So track everything you eat. Find a good app like myfitnesspal.com or livestrong.com. You can also have them for your phone or you can do them on your computer, so there's no excuse. Or follow Weight Watchers points program, whatever it is. Track the food you eat. And until you are used to portion sizes, then measure everything you eat. Because a lot of times you don't realize what a serving of something might be. So, for example, a serving of pork chop might actually look like about the size of a deck of cards. So being accountable to a group and to yourself. So hopefully this week, if you haven't already started your own journey and it's something you want to do, then start thinking about that. Start being accountable. Don't just eat things mindlessly. If you're going to put it in your body, make sure you track it, weigh it, find out how much calories and salt and carbs are in it. And lots of times when you find out how horrible it is, you probably will avoid eating it. And that doesn't mean you have to always deny yourself. You can have things. but you just have to do them in moderation, and you have to make allowances for it. And make sure you stay within your calorie range per day. Now, how do you calculate your calorie range? What is a healthy calorie range for you? Well, those apps will help you to determine what your calorie range should be. When I first started, my livestrong.com account told me that I should eat 2,600 calories per day to lose a pound a week. And I thought, wow, I'm never going to be able to eat that many calories. Anyway, right now my calorie limit is around 1,400 calories per day. But that's because I've upped my weight loss goal from 1 pound a week to 1.5 pounds a week, just because I hit a plateau and I wanted to shake something up. But we'll talk about that a little bit more later. So, week 1, if you haven't started, be accountable, track your food, find something that will help you track your food, like using Weight Watchers or an app or the internet to track your calories for you, because if it becomes too difficult, you're not going to stick with it. But if you have a smartphone and you can download the MyFitnessPal.com app, it will really help. You can actually scan items in on your phone and it'll track those calories for you. It's an awesome app. But find a way to do it that's easy for you, that you'll be able to keep up with it. And be accountable. So that's it for this week. Next week, video blog. Not really sure what I'll talk about next week. Maybe I'll talk about how to add some exercise in your day without killing yourself. But anyway, in the meantime, if you have any suggestions for the video blog, or if you have any questions you want me to answer, please feel free to send me a message, and I will try to get them on my next video blog. Anyway, so that's it for me for this week. Stay tuned for Monday morning for my weigh-in. I'll be posting that, of course. And if you guys want to share with me how you've been doing with your weigh-ins and how you're finding motivation this week, please by all means do so, because every comment is a source of motivation for me, and I love to hear how everyone else is doing. Anyway, that's it for me today. I could ramble on, and this video could be an hour long, but I should cut it off here. So take care, and we'll talk to you soon. God bless. Stop.